Greetings viewers, EricTheCarGuy here. Thanks for tuning in today. Today's video, I'm going to do a quick tutorial on how to balance a tire, because I can do that. Step one, you need to mount the wheel and tire to the balancing machine. This machine has a quick release chuck here that allows you to do that quickly. And the next thing we need to do is get the machine set up so that it knows what type of wheel of tire we have on the machine. There are three things the machine wants to know. It wants to know the distance, or sort of the offset to the backside of the wheel. It wants to know how wide that wheel is, and it wants to know the wheel diameter. We're going to input that information now. To find that offset, there is a measuring device on the machine itself, and you take this and put it right up into the groove there on the wheel. So you want that to sit flat. You don't want it to sit on the outside here. You want it to sit inside the groove like that. And that will give you your measurement. In the case of this wheel, it looks like that measurement is 5.5. We can input that information here by pressing up or down. Well, okay, there's 5, 5.5, 5.5. Next up, we want to know how wide the wheel is. And for that, we can use this cool measuring device, which came with the balancer. And it opens and closes. And think of it like a set of calipers. And this end right here gives us our measurement right there, or also over here. This measuring tool in the same groove as before inside the wheel to determine this distance, which looks like 7 inches here. We can input that number next, 7 inches. Next, we need to know the wheel diameter, which is quite simple to find. You just look for the tire size, and in this case, the last number is 17, and that's what it is. It's on a 17-inch wheel. Now we can put that number in, and now we have all the inputs necessary to balance the wheel. The only thing left to do now is to lower the hood, and this will set it spinning so that it can check the wheel's balance. And in a moment, it will have a result. This says this wheel is 1/4 ounce out on the outside. So this is the inside and this is the outside. And these funky little lights here, as you spin the wheel, you'll find that those lights move. And they will let you know exactly, and audio clues as well, exactly where to put the tire so that you can install the weight. And that, in this case, would be right here at 12 o'clock. So that weight would go right on this location, and then we'd rebalance it. However, I was just checking the tire balance to start with, because you'll notice there's already a weight on the wheel. And the reason I did that is if the wheel's already balanced, I want to know. That way I don't have to do anything. I just put it on, it's balanced, I take it off, put it back on the vehicle. But in this case, the balance is off. So I will go in and remove all the weights, and we will perform our balance again and find out exactly what this tire needs. So we'll always start fresh. In other words, what I'm trying to avoid is stacking up a bunch of weights around the outside and the inside of this wheel. We don't want to do that. We just want one weight on the outside, one weight on the inside, ideally. This is a wheel weight hammer, and you can use this to remove and install wheel weights. It's actually a multi-tool. It does a bunch of different things. But in this case, we're looking for these jaws up here, because we're going to use those to hook into the old weight. And once we're hooked in, we're just going to leverage it off like this. We're just going to pull it like a lever and pull it right off the wheel. I like to keep my old weights in some kind of container that I can retrieve them later. Sometimes they can be melted down and made into other things, but I don't like to throw them away. I like to keep them around. I'm like that. There's another weight over on this side. Ta-da! You're probably not going to see too many steel wheels. This is similar on an aluminum wheel, but instead of just hammer-on weights, you may do a combination of hammer-on weights and stick-on weights, which are little flat squares that you adhere to the inside of the wheel. I could do a separate video just on those because, well, I use special techniques for it. But this is just a general overview of what tire balancing is and how to do it. All the weights have been removed now, so we can start the balancing process over again. And we see different numbers now. We've got 1 on this side and 1 on this side. So that's 1 ounce and 1 ounce. And incidentally, you can change this from ounces to grams if you would like. So the machine has other capabilities. Okay. We know we're going to need a 1 ounce weight for this, well, both sides. So we'll need 2 ounces. But we'll bring this guy back. And that weight, according to where this is positioned, should go on at 12 o'clock right here. I have my weights here, different sizes. Looks like these are the 1. And these I think are 1/2 ounce, these I think are 1/4 ounce, and these I think are 0.75. So 3/4 of an ounce, 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 1 ounce. Now I'm really gonna work hard to try to find that exact top apex of where the balancer is telling me that weight needs to be placed. And you might find that to be difficult just because of the angle that you're looking at. So what I sometimes do is I'll stand out here and I'll find exactly where it is and I'll put a mark on the tire or the rim right where the weight needs to be. I find that to be helpful. I do that often with stick-on weights because I find I have to. I find doing the inside weight like this is a bit easier because I can stand right in front of the balancer. I don't have to look at it at an angle. You can see right there is where it should be placed. I try to go right over the spindle. I look and try to be even with the spindle when I install this. I don't think I have to tell you to watch your fingers. Watch your fingers. Now let's check it and see how we did. Nailed it! Incidentally, to get this wheel to stop spinning, that down there is a brake. So you just step on that, and that'll stop it from moving. See? When you get it right, you'll see all zeros. Yeah. On this machine, this quick release works like so. You just sort of squeeze these two together, so the red, the black, bring those together, and this will release it, and you'll be able to slide this right off the end. I'll show you. You might have to loosen it first. But once you do that, and it's off. And that is a balanced wheel and tire assembly. Here's what this guy looks like without the wheel attached. The important thing is this adapter. This adapter needs to fit into the hub. So it can't fit through it like that side does, but it's gotta fit inside. And this is gonna go in from the back and be spring loaded, as you can see here. So it's on a spring that helps hold it. This machine has other adapters for different sized wheels. And there you have it, viewers. A general overview on how to balance a tire. Well, at least how I do it with my new DST30PX from Ranger. I'll link that down in the description if you want to look into that a little bit more. As I mentioned, doing aluminum wheels with stick-on weights has a few other challenges, and I'll probably do a separate video on just that part of it. But for now, you have an idea of what it takes to balance a tire on a balancing machine like this. Put some weights on it, make sure everything comes out at 0, and it should be nice and smooth when you go down the road. And if you want to know why you would balance tires, well, just generally, like maybe once a year just to check it, might not be a bad idea. But overall, what you're looking to eliminate is vibrations, usually at highway speeds. And it's interesting with wheel vibrations because they show up at different speeds. In other words, you can have it at one speed and then drive out of it at another. So you can have a vibration at 55 miles per hour, but then once you go 65, that vibration is gone. Strange. Anyhow, if you're chasing down vibrations when you're driving down the road, tire balance is usually a really good place to start. And here's an overview of that. Links in the description to additional information. Thank you so much for watching today. Be safe, have fun, stay dirty. I'll see you next time.